Really don't want to risk him going for the ice beam. Yeah, boss of YouTube, 6 Foot Hacks here, and I have for you guys today my official return upload. Of course, it is going to be a Showdown live. The main thing that this channel was known for back in the day, and what I'm still kind of known for nowadays. So make sure to hit the like button, guys. Let's try to get this up to 100 likes or more. Let's let everybody know that I am back. 2016 will be the year of 6 Foot Hacks. It will be our year. There is a 6 in 2016. Come on, how can you argue with that? It's gonna be a great, awesome year, and I'm excited. I really am. Make sure to hit the like button. Also, let me know, I want to call you guys something. I've always kind of liked that aspect, like some YouTubers like to call their subscribers a certain something. Like, I want to call you guys something. Hacksers is something that comes to mind, but that's a little corny, I'll be honest. Call you my favorites, because you're my favorites out of all the subscribers that everybody has. You're my favorites because you subscribe to me and you want to watch my videos. But yeah, as you can see, like, I'm rambling, I'm excited, I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm really nervous. If I mess up or if I stutter here and there, just bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this, and 2016 is going to be a great year for us, a great year for 6 Foot Hacks. As long as you guys are here with me, we can do this. We can definitely make something beautiful again out of 6 Foot Hacks, and I'm really excited. And I rambled on enough. Let's take a look. See, look right there. Already messed up. Let's take a look at the team. Apologies. So this was a team that are based around Choice Specs Altaria, something that I really wanted to use and then use since it dropped. Altaria in general is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. It's just I never really get to use it because it's Mega and an OU, and I don't really play OU much. So just Specs Altaria. Honestly, Air Cutter was more of a filler move. I didn't really know what to put here in the last slot. I thought maybe Haze would be nice, Heal Bell potentially, but this is a more offensive Altaria obviously, so Heal Bell wouldn't make much sense. Even Tailwind would be kind of nice. I think this has to get Tailwind, but Air Cutter is just mainly for flying types, because even though I do have choice specs, Altaria doesn't really hit that hard. That's why I have hazards here, mainly Stealth Rocks with offensive Helix, because it does pair up very well with Altaria. Next we have Assault Vest Hariyama. We have defensive T-Spiking Weezing, because T-Spikes are very nice for Altaria to nab certain KOs. This was originally going to be a Garbodor, but as you can see from the team, if it was a Garbodor, SD Rock Polish Rhydon would absolutely destroy me. So yeah, also I don't have any switch-ins to Rhydon in that case, so I had to make this Weezing. Actually, shoutouts to my buddy Bolton Bombers from the NU room, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's in the NU room, but he did help me make this team, so big thanks to him. Next off, we have just defensive Xatu with enough speed to outspeed Suck, and a Cola Bear, obviously, because you want to switch into knockoff, and then in return I think Psychic does KO after Rocks, after Sturdy's broken, if I'm not mistaken. And then finally off, we just have SD Samurai, which is a very potent threat in the tier. So yeah guys, that is the quick intro of the team. So with that being said, let's get this started. Alright guys, so we got a first match here. Now I am around 1300 on the ladder, so we should find some pretty decent opponents, and then we can just get higher on the ladder as we go. So looking at leads for my opponent's team, I'm thinking Steelix or maybe Mesprit. So I want to say Xatu should be a good lead, as he actually ends up leading off with this, which is really great. He does, however, have a Skuntank, so what I kind of want to do is go for the U-turn, but he could just go straight for Scald. I think Altaria would be a decent switch-in that case, as he actually just hard switches into the Skuntank, which means he most likely does not have U-turn on his Pelipper, which is really great. So that's nice to know. Now I don't have to worry about that later in the match. I could just bring in Steelix. I think I do have Stone Edge though, so I could catch Pelipper, but that's not going to do entirely too much damage to it. If I bring in Weezing, he may actually carry Taunt, because I know Skuntank like to carry that. Altaria can just kind of drop a Draco here, honestly, I want to say. Yeah, I can just get off a huge hit early in the game. Plus, Stone Edge isn't really going to do anything to Pelipper, so even if I... Actually, what I could do is bring in Pelipper. No, I mean, bring in Steelix, force in Pelipper, and double into Altaria. Or I can just go ahead and weaken the Skuntank, which I think is going to be a bigger nuisance. Overall, I think just Dracoing with Altaria is the much better play. I am modest choice specs. Sorry if you heard that, that is my phone. So I'm just going to go ahead and Draco Meteor. Even if he wants to bring in the Steelix, I'm not entirely too concerned about that. I should still get off a solid like maybe 35% I want to say, because Steelix normally tend to be offensive in NU because it's already so massively bulky. Although they do tend to carry 128 Spadef EVs for Tauros. If it just died. it just died. I was not expecting that. What? Oh, also, you probably noticed by this. You probably noticed this by now, but that's my face. This is my face. This is what I look like. Let me know if you guys do like the face cam. I do kind of want to incorporate it more into future videos. If you guys don't like it, by all means, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, so my opponent's going to end up bringing in a Mesprit, so it's a good thing that I decided to be aggressive there and just Draco, because now I don't have to worry about my Zatu being trapped. He could either go for rocks here or Ice Beam potentially. I'm kind of hoping he just has rocks on Steelix, so this could be Calm Mind Mesprit potentially. I really have no safe switch into this. I'm gonna switch into Steelix, I think, as he ends up going for the U-turn. I was kind of expecting that, but I was mainly fearing a Thunderbolt or an Ice Beam. Potential Energy Ball. But since Seismitoad left, I don't think Mesprit run Energy Ball anymore. So mainly just Ice Beam, which I should have been able to take pretty easily unless he's Life Orb or Specs. But I think most Mesprits are just rocks with U-turn and Cobra Berry, just more of a supportive set. But I haven't seen too many. Maybe I'll see more when I get higher on the ladder. But my opponent did decide to go for the U-turn. He can easily just bring in the Pelipper or the Hariyama if he really wanted to. Pelipper is a bit more of a safe switch in because nothing on my team can switch into a burn. Although I think I did put Lumberry on Samurott. Originally it was Rindo Berry for Sceptile, but I mean I have Altaria, Weezing, and Zatu, and Steelix to an extent. And actually, yeah, my whole team deals with Sceptile, and Lumberry is just a much better fit on SD Samurott. So he's going to decide to bring in the Pelipper. Again, I'm not too sure that he has the U-turn. Yeah, because if he did have U-turn, this definitely would have been the turn for him to go for it because the switch out was so obvious. As I do kind of just want to Fire Blast predicting the Steelix, but I think it's honestly just better to Draco Meteor. Again, I am modest choice specs, even though yes I do have 70 base power. Altaria can still dent a lot of things with this Draco Meteor, so good thing I did not go for the Fire Blast there. I was contemplating Air Cutter. Air Cutter actually would have been a pretty middle ground play, I think, because Zatu should be able to easily switch into Steelix, and I do have Heat Wave, so yeah, I guess looking back at it, maybe Air Cutter still would have been a good play. Although there was also a chance that he could have left in Pelipper to go for a Roost, thinking that maybe he could take a Draco, but the fact that I'm able to get off this much damage on the Hariyama is absolutely amazing. So what I could do now is either bring in my Zatu or bring in my Weezing, I think. Honestly, Zatu is the better play in my opinion because I can just go ahead and U-turn out of here after he goes for the knockoff. Luckily, the Cobra Berry will save me, as I will be able to U-turn. If he does stay in, he most likely is either going to go for the Stone Edge or Ice Punch. I think Stone Edge is more common than Ice Punch on Hariyama now. So Weezing is by far, again, my other safe switch into this thing. Although knockoffing wouldn't be an entirely bad play on his part either. I don't agree with him staying in here. I should have gone for Roost actually, now that I think about it. Maybe that would have been the better play. He is most likely going for Stone Edge. If he Ice Punches, it would be better in this scenario because Weezing obviously will take less damage. But he does make the safe play, ends up going for the knockoff, as I am a little bit concerned about him potentially being Guts. So what I kind of want to do is go for T-Spikes actually, so force in the Pelipper. I know that kind of sounds redundant. Poison him instead of burning him. But I mean, I guess in that case, it wouldn't be a bad play to just Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, because there shouldn't be anything that he can do to me anyways. So yeah, I guess now that I think about it, it's definitely better to just go for Will-O-Wisp. T-Spikes would only be helpful for the Tauros, which is still nice to wear it down, but I'm not too concerned about it. I think the better play is to just Will-O-Wisp. Even if he does have Guts, yeah, T-Spikes really is just a wasteful play here. And Pelipper can defog them before Tauros even comes out. So he's going to decide to switch into the Pelipper here. perfectly fine with me, as he will be able to force me out with a Scald, unfortunately, because I don't want this to get weakened any more than it already is. So I could switch back into Altaria. He could pull a double. Honestly, if he pulls a double into Steelix, does it matter? No, because I pretty much get a KO here with whatever I go for, I think. So he's just going to spam Scald. I do have Natural Cure, so this burn is not going to be an issue whatsoever, as I want to Fire Blast here. I really want to Fire Blast predicting Steelix. I haven't shown him Fire Blast this whole time. I've been going for the Draco every time. So I'm hoping he'll switch into Steelix here. It should definitely be his safest play to do, as you got predicted. And that does so much damage. Oh my lord, that's awesome. That is awesome. Altaria pretty much can get another KO here on Steelix if he decides to stay in. He could try to get up rocks. He could go for Heavy Slam. Honestly, I'm just going to Fire Blast. I really don't care if he switches out. Yeah, I wanted to double there into my Xatu. I really did, but on the off chance that he did carry Stone Edge like I do, I didn't want to take the hit and then potentially get knocked out by a Heavy Slam after going for Roost. So he can just knock off here without any worries at all. And we're back in the scenario of me bringing in Weezing. And this time I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. Unless he's real and brings in Steelix, I'm not too concerned. And he makes a nice double switch into the Mesprit. Okay, caught me there. If he has Psyshock, I can just stay in. But I'm not going to risk that, obviously. So I'm going to just switch into Steelix. As he does end up going for the Ice Beam, I will be able to chew the hit. Luckily does not do entirely too much to me, as I will be able to just go ahead and Stone Edge here, I think. I kind of want to go for the rocks, but no, my team doesn't have enough pressure to prevent Pelipper from potentially defogging if it takes any hit that I go for. So what I could do here is just go ahead and Heavy Slam, if anything, and just try to weaken this Mesprit, because I think this is his only mon at full HP with Tauros. Yeah, so getting off some damage on this is really nice. However, though, I do get a crit. That is rather unfortunate. I apologize about that. And if he was real here, he would definitely go for a Psychic. But he turns out to go for the Ice Beam. Is he choiced? I'm thinking he's choiced, as Lumberry came through there, unthawing me. Thank you. I don't want to switch it to Altaria. Do I need Steelix at this point? I mean, it's still a 5-5 game and it's been 14 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I think this is a pretty solid game. I am in control, I want to say. Honestly, yeah, if I bring in Altaria here, I basically get a KO with Draco. So, yeah, I'm just going to be aggressive here as he actually goes for the Roost. Thank you. He did not go for the Scald, and I can basically drop another modest Choice Specs Draco Meteor. That's getting knocked out. That's taking at least like 90%. That took 53, so it's getting knocked out. Pelipper, I don't know, Pelipper may actually chew this hit. That's what I'm kind of worried about right now. Mesprit will get knocked out, obviously, and Skuntank got knocked out very early on in the game by Draco Meteor. So he's going to decide to fodder off the Steelix. If I missed, it is okay, because I do have another chance to go for it as Steelix is out. He's going to bring in the Mesprit. We know this has Ice Beam, so I do have to be weary with my switches. I don't want to bring in my Hariyama, although I do feel it is the better play. The reason why I say that is because Ice Beam is his best play to do. That I think is his best play to do, but in that case, the switch into Samurott is a little too obvious. So he could actually go for the Psychic move now that I think about it. Steelix really does nothing for me in this battle. With Altaria, I get another KO when I bring it in on Pelipper or Hariyama, so I'm going to fodder off Steelix here. Yes, I don't get rocks up, which does kind of suck, but again, I'm not going to be able to put enough pressure on Pelipper to stop it from defogging if it does carry, and I don't know if Altaria can knock it out. I could run the Calc, but for all I know, he could be specially defensive, so I do have to watch out for that. As I want to just bring in Samurott here. I do. Actually, could I bring in Xatu and just go for Psychic, potentially? No, because there's a chance he's not choiced. So by bringing this in, I force him to want to switch out. I can actually go for Swords Dance here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to make the aggressive play in Swords Dance. The reason being is that if he did predict me to predict Pelipper, then I get to be at +2. So that still does a really nice chunk of damage. I want to say I can just Waterfall here. I'm just going to be aggressive in Waterfall. As I do live, and... oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, Psychic will nab me a KO here. So, unfortunately, that freeze from Mesprit did kind of cost me there. Because, honestly, I think Samurai would have been able to clean up with Aqua Jet. Well, no, I wouldn't have knocked out Taurus, but I would have been in Torrent and got off at least, like, 50%, I want to say. So he's going to bring in this Giant Threat now. Like, this is actually a problem. I kind of wish I had T-Wave on this now. I can still save this for his Hariyama, which is what I think I need to do. So, I could just fodder off my Altara here. Yeah, at this point, Altara is just going to be death fodder. Unfortunately, Altara did put in the most work, but I do have to let him go. As long as he does not have Zen Headbutt, I should be fine, which even then shouldn't knock me out in any one hit. So I'm just going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp here in hopes that I live any hit that he goes for and I don't miss, because that right now is what I have to bank on. This is where him getting that freeze matters again, because I could have got off the damage with Aqua Jet, and then Hariyama does live any one hit due to it being really bulky and having those defense EVs, and then I could have knocked him out with the close combat. As yes, don't have Lumberry, thank you. Okay, so we are saved. Luckily I did not miss that Will-O-Wisp, which is really, really great, because now I've basically ensured the victory for me, if I'm not mistaken. It's only been like 20 minutes of this live. Yeah, I don't think Mesprit should knock me out with any one hit. So I can definitely chew any hit he wants to go for here. Actually, maybe I should have brought in my Zatoot instead of Hariyama. Maybe. No. I should still be in a good scenario. I think either one would have been... is a good play. Either one is a good play, but I think that Zatoot would have been the better play. But it's fine, as I'm able to eat the Zen Headbutt. He's going to bring in the Hariyama. This is not too big of an issue to me, honestly. I can still save this, and I can just bring in Zatoot. Yeah, it doesn't matter if even if he did want to go for the knockoff, I would be able to easily live the hit and still roost off the damage that he would have done with Bullet Punch. So he's going to knock off here. Still does about 53%, which is a little terrifying. Although he is at -1. So Psychic could actually knock him out here. Yeah, I'm just going to Psychic. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm going to be up at 1 or 2% more. I can still live any hit with Hariyama that comes from Mesprit and then just knock it out with knockoff. Or even, I think Bullet Punch will finish it off as well. And we still don't know if he can knock me out with any move that he wants to go for. So I'm just going to Psychic here on the off chance that I do live, which I don't. It's fine. And then I should be able to just knock him out here with Bullet Punch, but he decides to leave. So that was a very close 1-0 victory in our favor. So it's only been about 20 minutes, but let's go ahead and get another battle or two that will hopefully be as good as this one. Not as long, but hopefully just as good. Alright, so we found the second match here, and this is a pretty scary looking team. He's put the timer on me because I was taking my sweet time. But looking at leads, this Claydol is going to be actually really, really annoying. He has Hazard Stack. I kind of want to lead Altaria. Maybe Zatoot wouldn't be a bad lead either. Or Weezing. He could lead Claydol though. I want to say honestly, Electivire would be his best lead in my opinion. It really would be, looking at my team. But I'm going to make a risky play, and I'm actually going to lead off with my Altaria here. So I doubt that a Draco Meteor knocks him out just because Claydol does have a pretty massive Spadef stat. So I'm going to make the safe switch into my Xatu here in hopes that he goes for rocks. No, he does just go for the crit Spadef drop Psychic. I just love this game. He outsped me. Why did he outspeed me? I'm gonna just bring in Altaria again. I really want a Draco here. I'm going to Draco. Ah, damn it, he got me there. Okay, so I was gonna switch into Xatu there. That was... that's just annoying. I should have brought in Xatu. I knew Xatu was my better play. I knew it. I should have brought it in. And then I could have just roosted off the damage. He was definitely an offensive Claydol. So he can just get up spikes here. He can just knock me out with any one hit. I'm thinking he's gonna go for the gunk shot potentially. I'm hoping he'll miss. Okay. I could have brought in Steelix, but I really do not want him to get up any hazards on me. So I'm just gonna bring back in Altaria. Again, just Dracoing is by far my better move, I think. Nothing on his team switches in. I can hopefully knock this out or just knock out whatever else comes in. It just died. So what I thought would be the biggest threat to my team, he allowed to get knocked out turn 5 of the game as he brings back in the Garbodor, which now can just freely get up hazards. So I need to stop this from happening. Steelix, I need to take hits from Kangaskhan. I'm gonna see how much damage a -2 Draco does to regular Garbodor. I'm pretty sure Garbodor are still physically defensive nowadays. So I'm not too concerned about what he wants to go for. The only issue is though that I am at -2. Special attacker, I guess. Choice specs. Garbodor and use spikes. Let's go ahead and put Draco Meteor at -2. So Draco already does 68 to 81. No, I'm modest, sorry. So at -2, it still does 37 to 44%, which isn't bad. But it's probably just better for me to bring in my Steelix here. Yeah. This way I can hopefully also get up my spikes. T-spikes are going to be a little bit annoying, but I would rather have Stealth Rocks up here right now. And now I'm going to go on the offensive in Earthquake. These hazards are going to be tremendously, tremendously annoying, but I need to get rid of this Garbodor now. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah, these hazards are going to be a huge, huge issue. I knew that one misplay. That's how the game can turn out sometimes. You make the one misplay, and my misplay was not bringing in Xatu on his Claydol when I knew that he most likely was gonna go for rocks. If I had made that play, I would have been in such a better scenario that I am in right now. This is actually really bad for me. I can honestly just Earthquake here, I think. Yeah. Weakening this Samurott is going to be really good. Oh, he missed. I have Sturdy anyways. Yeah, okay, so the miss obviously did matter. The miss, would he have outsped me? No, unless, okay, so the miss didn't matter unless he was timid. Because then I could have just brought in Altaria and dropped the Draco, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it really mattered. So I'm just going to Heavy Slam on the off chance that he thinks he can stay in and go for a Swords Dance, as he turns out to be special with Giga Drain. So I could definitely just bring in Altaria here. Or even Hariyama. Honestly, Hariyama's by far my better play, because I can pretty much just close combat here. and get a KO on Kangaskhan. So even though he did get up all his hazards, things aren't looking entirely too bad for me. Okay, so he decides to sack off his Kangaskhan, which isn't a bad play at all on his part, as he decides to forfeit. So, what could have potentially turned into a very bad game for us actually turned out into a victory. So far we are 2-0. Let's go ahead and get one more battle and we'll finish this off around 30 minutes. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the live so far, and if you are, then you know what to do. Make sure to hit the like button down below. Let me know what I should call you guys, because I really do want to have a name for you guys. And, yeah, with that being said, I'll be back when we start the next battle. Alright guys, so we got the last match here, and this is a terrifying team because of course he has Rhydon. So this looks to be either lead Archeops or Bulkiops with Defog for Scyther and Pyroar here. I think I need to lead Samurott. Yeah, because I pressure Archeops and I pressure the Rhydon. The question is he gonna go for rocks right away? So if I switch into Zatu, I bounce the rocks back, I'm forced to switch out. I can bring in Steelix, he just gets his rocks up. And I have my rocks up, so it's kind of an even playing field at that point, so that wouldn't be too bad of a play. But if he goes straight for the Stone Edge or Acrobatics, that could be a little bit of an issue. I'm going to make a really risky play, and I'm going to switch into Zatu. There is a chance he'll switch into Sceptile, so got him. So that worked out pretty well, as I can just go ahead and switch into Steelix here, as he most likely will go for the rocks again. So nice play on his part there. He's gonna go for that, as of course I miss my move. That's kind of annoying. So he does unfortunately have Endeavor. Okay, so this is annoying. I really played that badly. I should have just double Aqua Jetted. What do I not need in this match? Honestly, Zatu doesn't really do anything for me in this game. Not really. So I think I'm just gonna sack it off. Yeah, even it's fine if he endeavors. It doesn't really bother me at all. Hopefully he'll miss the head smash, as he actually just goes for the endeavor again. I'm guessing he didn't want to go for head smash, or maybe he doesn't even carry it. He had taunt, stealth rocks, endeavor, so his last move should have been head smash, unless he had something else on there. So he's definitely just gonna go for Mach Punch. It just died. I'm so upset. Why didn't you Mach Punch? Why'd you bring that in? Okay, I think that's a good note to end the live on with. That's actually really funny. I don't know why he brought it in. So we end off this live with 1,400 points on the Enyo ladder. This is the most points I've had on the Enyo ladder in so long. So that I'm excited. We are number 97 on the Enyo ladder, which is crazy. Crazy awesome. So of course we will definitely find better opponents for the next live. Now if you guys would like to use this team, I can leave a paste bin of it down in the description, or you guys can just copy the sets off of here. But let me know if you guys would like to see that. But quick run through to the team. Oh my god, Altaria is a savage. This thing is such I really like Altaria. I thought that it wasn't going to do as much work as it did, and it definitely proved me wrong. Steelix is awesome, Hariyama's awesome. Weezing is very underrated, I think. Weezing definitely showed off why it can be helpful in games and why you should use it. I definitely recommend you using Weezing. And then we have good old standard Zatu. Well, Combine Zatu used to be standard back in the day, but this is a standard Zatu now. And yeah, offensive Claydol apparently is is something that I have to watch out for now, because that thing is actually a bit of a nuisance. And then finally off, we have good old Samurott, which unfortunately got frozen turn game 1, and then didn't really do much after that. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the return video. You know what to do. Make sure to hit the like button. Let everybody know that we are back. Let's try to get 100 likes or more. And with that being said, let me know what I should call you guys. Let me know if you like the face cam, if you like this layout. Just, I'm really excited. I will 100% see you guys tomorrow with another video. Potentially a Wi-Fi battle or another Showdown live. I'm not too sure yet. Depends when I have the time to record again, which should be very soon. So be on the lookout for another video tomorrow around the time that this was uploaded. And just, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be 2016 will be a great year. So thank you to everybody who has stuck with me, who's still with me, who will stick with me next year. Thank you all, really, from the bottom of my heart. I'm very happy to be back to uploading, and I'm happy. I'm really excited. I'm in a good mood. Just thank you, everybody. So yeah, I've rambled on. This video is like 40, 50, an hour long. Nobody's watched to this point. Actually, some of you guys are probably still watching. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Later, guys. Bye.